honor of episode 23, I will answer this question. How did I come to wear Jordans on air every single day on Undisputed? Well, for years and years and years and years and years, I wore your basic men's dress shoes on TV. You know, I'm talking about every male wore men's dress shoes on TV. And it finally dawned on me one day, wait a second. I can't ever remember any shoes worn by any male that I work with on TV. They all just blend together. Men's dress shoes. They're just boring. Expensive ones, inexpensive ones, it just didn't matter. They were just as boring as the chicken and broccoli I eat twice a day, every day. In the end, with my men's dress shoes, I wore Cole Haans because they had those Nike Air bottoms at that point, which made me feel a little bit more like I was wearing a sneaker. But at that point, I owned only one pair of Jordans, the OGs, the ones, first released in 1985, as I'm sure you remember. The ones the NBA originally banned, the ones that Nike brilliantly paid the fines for, the ones that are still the only J's with the Nike swoosh, the ones that now come in more colors than Crayolas, but I'm talking about the originals, the red on black, the ones that for me were always sort of shockingly clunky in that the bottom was so hard soled to me. The ones I tried to play basketball in and felt like I was kind of cement shoed. I always wondered, how did Michael launch in 85, like literally launch Rare Air in these shoes? Because they're just a little hard to run in, to cut in. But the ones aren't my all-time favorite Jordans. I'll get to that in just a moment. But one day, one fateful day in 2014, I believe, Ernestine and I, she was then my girlfriend, she was visiting me for the weekend. She lived in New York City. I was up at the mothership in Bristol, Connecticut, and we went to what's called West Farms Mall in West Hartford, not too far from ESPN. And it was the first time I noticed something called Jordan Futures. Aha. And I said to Ernestine, you know, these would look really good with a suit. So I bought some all black ones. That Friday, I wore them on first take. Felt like I was breaking every rule, but they felt great. I've told you before, I always run every day from my dressing room to the studio. It was actually a little longer run at ESPN. I didn't have a dressing room, but from our meeting room to the studio, it felt like it was about a mile. And running in those Futures was really cool. Really got my blood pumping because I felt fast. And the faster I felt, the better I felt like I actually performed on air. And then before I knew it, I bought some red Jordan Futures. And then I bought some light blue ones. And then I bought some silver ones. And then I bought some yellow gold ones. And then I had every color of Jordan Futures, and I started wearing them every single Friday on first take. Yet when I arrived here in LA to start Undisputed, I'm thinking, hey, it's LA. It's sunshine and sand, palm trees. Why not wear Jordans every day? At last count, I'm up to 62 pairs of Jordans, much to Ernestine's chagrin, and I'm just getting started. My favorites are in order. Number one, my 11s, my Concords in black and white, the first Jordans with patent leather, the 11s that became Michael Jordan's favorites, the ones designed to be worn with a tuxedo, the ones that look by far the best with a suit, the 11s that Jordan wore in the original, the one and only Space Jam. Sorry, Lagon. The 11s to me are by far my favorites. When I want to feel and look my best, I go to the 11s. Low top, mid top, high top, whatever. I just love the look of the 11s. Number 2 on my list of all-time favorite J's have a sentimental component. They're my 13s with the green trim. The ones Lil Wayne gave me for Christmas 2 years ago. I wear them proudly, my brother Wayne. And number 3 on my list are those OGs, the ones, the first pair I ever had. As I've said often to Ernestine, I would sleep in my Jordans if she would let me. She will not. I even have 4 pairs of Jordan golf shoes. At least when I play badly, I look good. I hope you enjoyed that video. You ready for more? Make sure you click that subscribe button for all the exclusive content from the Skip Bayless Show. And don't forget to check out the full episode of the show wherever you get your podcasts by clicking the link in the description.